All right, hey everybody. Well, after posting, I think 3 or 4 videos on Virgin Voyages now, and how I really enjoyed my experience there, I thought I'd come back and show you guys that I am still loyal to Royal. I still enjoy Royal Caribbean, and even though I was on Virgin Voyages recently and really enjoyed that experience, there were things that I missed from Royal Caribbean. There were 7 things, in fact, that I missed, and I want to talk about those in order of, didn't miss it that much, but I kind of missed it. 2, I really missed it and wish that it was on the Virgin Voyages cruise. Let's talk about them. All right, so I had to get that hat off because I am just not a hat guy. I want to show off all this great gray hair that I've been working on for you guys. But this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. And recently, I spent 6 nights on a Virgin Voyages cruise, and I really enjoyed that experience. But there were certainly things that I missed from Royal Caribbean that I wish was on the Virgin Voyages sailing. So let's talk about those from least I missed it, not as important, to I really missed it and wish that it was on the Virgin Voyages cruise. Coming in first are the cookies in my room when I board. Now this is something that seems really small, and quite frankly, I've made fun of Royal Caribbean because I either don't get the flavor I want sometime, or the type of cookie looks like somebody took a bite out of some of them, or maybe I get 3 versus the normal 4. But when I get to the cabin, I am exhausted, needing a nap, and I am hangry because I haven't had a chance to eat lunch because I'm rushing through the day. Whether I leave on a Friday midweek or I'm going on a weekend and may have a little bit more time, I always manage to forget to eat lunch on the way to the ship with all the excitement. And I really would have loved those cookies on this Virgin Voyages cruise. I absolutely went looking for them, just expecting them to be there, and they were not there. Another thing that I missed was the ability to access the full ship. So when I am on a Royal Caribbean ship, because I am a Pinnacle member in their Crown and Anchor Society, that allows me to be able to access everything that it has suite privileges to it. So if you stay in a Grand Suite and higher, you have certain areas that you can go, such as the Coastal Kitchen, you can go to the Suite Lounge, and you can go to the Suite Deck or Suite Pool area, depending on the ship that you are on with Royal Caribbean. And Virgin does have Richard's Rooftop, which is their suite section out back. And all I could do was just stand there and wave at the people that were there having a great time. I wanted to go in there and see what they had, give you all a tour if nothing else. But alas, my Crown and Anchor status does not work on Virgin Voyages, and I could not access this area of the ship. A little bit of jealousy going on there, but that is something that I found that I really enjoy or like about Royal Caribbean now, is the ability to enjoy suite level privileges, but I don't have to book an actual Grand Suite or higher to do that. So the third thing that I missed, and this really annoyed the heck out of me, was I missed knowing where I was going on the cruise ship. So when I am on a Royal Caribbean ship, it doesn't matter which one it is, I know where everything is located. I can get there in the split of a second, as long as I don't have people getting in my way. I can make it there with absolutely no problems, and I know where I'm going. Royal also does a really great job of having a lot of signage. So you've got the pretty glass models that you can look through and see where you're going. You've got the more fancy signs by the elevator that you can tell it where you want to go, and it'll map you directions on how to get there. It's really, really intuitive on a Royal Caribbean ship to know where you're going. And on the Virgin ship, I had no clue where I was going because they didn't have any signage letting you know. They had no deck plans to be found. I finally found one on day 3 within the app, but it was hidden even within there. You had to go looking for it. And I don't think that I even intended to find it. I just happened to click on a button that had the deck plan there. But I wound up walking around the ship, and you'll see this in the common space tour that I'm gonna post, that I found myself in hallways where I just couldn't get anywhere from there. Like, I thought that I could go from the 5th floor, that was the main one that gave me the issues, somewhere else, and you just could not connect. Or you'd be going down a hallway by the shops, and all of a sudden it would just turn into a restaurant and dead end. So I just made an amateur move. I came down to deck 6 at the, where am I at? The aft part of the ship, and it doesn't connect. So I've got to go back up and walk over to get to deck 5. This is the only location where, it's one of the locations, I guess, where you can get to the Wake restaurant, but that is absolutely it. It goes nowhere else. So you really had to pay attention where you're going. By like the 4th or 5th day, I started to figure it out, but not until I was extremely annoyed. And so that leads me to my 4th point, and I can't even believe I'm going to talk about this one or say that I missed it from Royal Caribbean, but I really did. And I made a video on this too because I didn't really understand it. The app, I missed the Royal Caribbean mobile application. It is cumbersome. There's things that are hidden on it. It's not the best app in the world, but compared to Virgin Voyages app, it was stellar. So I really missed the Royal Caribbean app, and it reminded me, take it easy on technology on Royal Caribbean every now and again, because other cruise lines are having the same problem. For check-in with Virgin Voyages, I couldn't even get my embarkation pass, or my set sail pass, if you will, because it wouldn't take my credit card. It kept saying that it wasn't done, but so I got to the ship and I had like 4 different cards on file from where I had tried to log them in, and it just wouldn't take it. So I never got my pass to board, and then on the ship, I found it very cumbersome to make dinner reservations, as well as to figure out what the activities were going on so that I could make sure that I was there. It just did not seem to flow as well as the Royal Caribbean app did. The 5th item, and I know a lot of you can relate to this one, so one of the benefits of the Crown and Anchor Society is that you get drink vouchers or drink coupons that you can use on any drink up to $13 on the ship. And so with Virgin Voyages, a lot of their stuff is already included. Their dining package is included, internet, gratuities, it's all included. The one thing they don't tell you that's not included is the espresso drinks that they make in their coffee shop. So I wound up still having to pay like $5 to $7, depending on what I got and how many shots I put in it of espresso, extra, in addition to just going on this voyage where everything's already included. I missed my drink coupons. So on Royal Caribbean, I haven't paid for an espresso or a drink in ages because I get 6 free drinks as a Pinnacle member, and that is more than enough for any given day for me to make sure that I am well caffeinated and well hydrated. I don't actually drink alcohol, so that doesn't do me any good. It's really just I wanted my $5 to $7 coffees, and they charged me extra every single time I went because I didn't have any drink vouchers like I have on Royal Caribbean. My 6th thing that I really and truly missed about Royal Caribbean was I didn't know the crew on Virgin Voyages. And now a lot of the Virgin Voyages crew did come from Royal Caribbean, but I didn't necessarily know who they were. When I'm on my home ship, when I'm at Freedom of the Seas or traveling on Royal Caribbean, I know many crew members that are there. I know their families, we talk. They know my situation, what I'm going through, and they always greet me with such a welcoming smile. And granted, they do that to everybody, but I definitely feel like because I go very, very frequently, I have a different style relationship with the crew because I see some of them every week, if not every other week. And so it is a different style relationship that I really missed being able to have. And back to the coffee situation, like I show up and they just know what I want to drink. They know that I'm getting a iced Americano with 4 shots in it, or I'm just going to be infamous for drinking my club soda and cranberry. They know what I'm going to be ordering, and they always take fantastic care of me, and that is something that I really missed on Virgin Voyages. Their crew members do a great job, but they don't know me like the crew members on Royal Caribbean. And the last thing that I genuinely missed was all of you. So when I am on Freedom of the Seas in particular, but really any Royal Caribbean ship, I am constantly meeting and running into followers and subscribers of the Weekend Cruiser, and I missed having that on Virgin Voyages. My channel does not pop up until probably a few days ago, I guess. If you were searching for Virgin Voyages, though people did not know who I was, I did run into some other YouTubers who did know who I was, but at the end of the day, I didn't have the opportunity to meet some of you because I chose to go on another cruise line. I also, and this would be like a last part B, if you will, I missed the Diamond Lounge. So one of my favorite spots to hang out on a Royal Caribbean ship is the Diamond Lounge, where I can hang out with other like-minded people who love and enjoy cruising and get to know them and build an additional lifelong relationship, and sometimes with people that I meet on the cruise ship. So there was no Diamond Lounge that was on Virgin Voyages, and I didn't have any of you or a lot of followers of the channel of the Weekend Cruiser because, I talk about Royal Caribbean a lot. So I missed the ability to meet all of you. So in wrapping this up, a lot of these are benefits of the Crown and Anchor Society, and Virgin Voyages doesn't even have a loyalty program at this point. They keep saying it's going to be coming, but with everything or a lot of things already included in their package, I don't even know what they would make a loyalty program to have, because a lot of stuff is already included. How are they going to make people feel special like I feel so special and valued by the Crown and Anchor program with Royal Caribbean? All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, hoping to see you on a weekend cruise soon.